Hello, and welcome to Tranquil Journeys. I'm Jennifer Pater, and I'm here with Allison Clement, and we are your instructors. Allison and I are both Reiki masters, and between the two of us, we have training in complementary practices such as sound for relaxation, massage therapy, and Ayurveda. And we been affiliated and teaching with Images of Hope for over 4 years in hopes to bring healing arts classes to our cancer patients of El Dorado County and their caregivers and anyone affected by cancer in El Dorado County and beyond. And we're so happy that you're joining us today. We thank you for your continued support of Images of Hope and all of our virtual classes. Today, we'll spend time on self-care techniques and practices, meditation to create feelings of creativity and enhance our creativity. And we hope that we will guide you through these techniques to empower you and enhance your well-being. And so now I'll go ahead and turn over the class to Allison, and we'll get started.
So our theme is creativity, and creativity is an energy, self-expression, and we can use creativity in everything we do, whether it's the obvious ones, art, music, dance, but gardening is creative, cooking is creative, sewing is creative, speaking, giving birth. And it isn't necessarily the obvious ones that spring to mind first. You don't have to be a creative genius to use your expressive creative energy. I found that what I put my creative energy into quite often is mending things. I just finished a project where I had sort of an ornate frame where the corner had fallen off. And I got a piece of wood and I kind of carved the wood so that it would match perfectly to the rest of the frame. And while I was doing that, my whole world contracted and became that piece of wood that I was working on. I forgot about everything else. And it's there's I guess it's an art to mending something so that hopefully it doesn't show too much where it was mended, matches the bit it came off of. That's my creative energy being channeled in that way. So you don't have to be a great artist to use that energy. And that kind of energy wants to flow in an unblocked way. If you aren't doing something a little bit creative, you might find yourself getting frustrated when you hear about other people doing creative things. And it means that find your own way of expressing yourself creatively. It's as natural to us as breathing. And if you find your own way of being creative, I think you'll feel a lot less frustrated. I know for me, it's been wonderful, and it's great for anxiety or relaxation because, like I said, all the creative energy just focuses you. It's a mindfulness practice on what you're doing, and you forget about everything else. So that is creative energy. And one of the things we're going to talk about in this section is how to use and make a mandala. And mandalas are used in many different traditions, and they were popularized in a therapeutic way by Carl Jung, actually. So mandalas are ancient designs that symbolize the universe. Here's an example of a mandala. You often see these that are available to color. You can use your creativity and express yourself through coloring them however you want. We're going to talk a little later, and I'll show you how to make your own using symbols that mean something to you or simply designs that feel good. And with that, I'm going to leave you with Jennifer for our guided meditation to get those creative juices flowing and free up that creative energy. So we'll go to Jennifer next.
All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get ready for our guided meditation. But I just wanted to mention really quickly a couple of essential oils that you may want to use or diffuse if you have them available during your meditation. They are essential oils that are used for enhancing creativity and reducing stress and anxiety. And so you're probably familiar with them. We've used them before in our classes. But the first one is frankincense. And this is a great essential oil to remove mental blockage and kind of open the door for inspiration and creativity. So frankincense is a great stress reliever, just opening the bottle and smelling the oil, or you can put a little bit in your diffuser if you have that. It's great. Another good one is orange essential oil, or any of the grapefruit, sweet orange, bergamot. Those are all really great essential oils to use, the citrus family, to promote joyful feelings and, again, relieve stress and nervous anxiety if you're feeling a little anxious. And so if we can clear away the anxiousness, then we have room for creativity and inspiration. And then the last one that can be used is lavender. And again, lavender just kind of automatically reduces tension, not only muscular tension you might feel in your shoulders, your arms, your hands, but also the entire body, and it can help reduce mind tension as well. So any of those three would be great choices. So now let's get ready to close our eyes for a few minutes and just take a break. And so get into your comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Once you're comfortable, try to keep your feet flat on the floor if you're sitting. Let your arms and shoulders press down and back away from your ears. Maybe just adjust your neck and head so that you're not feeling tension in the way that you're sitting or lying down. Continue to make any adjustments so that you're comfortable for the next 10 minutes or so. When you're ready, and if you would like, close your eyes. And turn your attention inward, letting go of any sounds you might hear in your environment or movement around you. Just let this time be going within for yourself. Focus on your inhale and your exhale. Feels so good to pay attention to your breath, to notice how your body feels when you consciously pay attention to the inhale and exhale. It's so relaxing. Letting your body expand on the inhale and on the exhale, just falling deeply into relief and relaxation. Make sure your legs and feet are relaxed. You're letting go of tension in your hips, the back and stomach, torso, expand. The shoulders and arms and hands drift farther away from the ears. You can kind of feel the separation from the head and neck and shoulders expanding as you relax and relieve tension at each breath. Breathing naturally and comfortably. Sinking deeper into relaxation mode. Allowing yourself to tune in to your body's inner knowing and inner wisdom. When you're ready, imagine a giant circle all around you. You're in the middle of the circle. And as you're relaxing and reducing tension, you start to feel your own rhythm, your own vibrations that radiate through you from the top of your head to your arms and shoulders and hands, your torso, your legs, your knees, your feet and toes, just radiating brilliant vibrations, sensations. And let these vibrations expand to all the areas of the circle that you're in. Maybe you see little lines from yourself to the outer edges of the circle. Or you see light or color. This is your own private circle of healing where you connect to yourself and everything around you. So just allow your energy to radiate throughout your circle, creating a safe and protected space. You can choose to stay in the circle or leave it whenever you wish, but it's always here for you, always available for you to come and recover, rejuvenate, create, and imagine your own designation of creativity and space. And as you're imagining yourself in the center of your circle and all of your energy radiating towards the outlines of the circle, place your hands on the top of your head. And you can place your hands on the top of your head, or you can do some light tapping with your fingertips. We're just going to slowly tap and awaken our chakras. The top of our head is a very powerful one. And then move your touch or your tapping to the center of the eyebrows. Awakening the chakra here, your third eye of intuition and knowing. And then lightly tap on the throat or just hold the center of the throat. Enhancing your ability to hear your body's own inner wisdom and creative knowledge to come through. And then at your heart area, and then bring your hands to your belly button area, tap there. This is the power point of all creativity, where everything is stored and developed, brought to light. Tap here or hold, imagining all of this creative energy flowing into your circle and beyond. You have so much to offer, so much to give and share. Take a breath here. And then move your hands to your thighs and just relax for a moment. Again, focusing on your inhale and exhale and all these good feelings you've created within your circle. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to your belly and just let them rest over your creative house, your creative chakra, the belly. Continue to imagine this wonderful healing circle you've created. And just sit here for a moment in silence. One last final breath as we come back to where we are in our room. Stretch your shoulders down and back. Let your hands relax. When you're ready, open your eyes, taking a final breath. And just take a moment to rub the center of your palm on each hand. This is another great place to stimulate creativity in the hands. The hands are what helps us draw and write and create onto paper what's in the mind. And then just rub your hands together. And I'll turn it over to Allison. She's going to guide us on our mandala drawings.
So, since you've had a guided meditation, you probably are feeling more in the frame of mind to use some of the creative energy that we've been talking about. And but before we do, it's just a reminder that every day, if you incorporate some sort of breathing or meditation into your day, you'll probably notice how your mental or creative energy starts to change and hopefully increase as more oxygen flows through your body with your attention to the breath. And you may have more inspirational or creative moments as you do that, and it becomes a routine for you. So mandalas, you don't have to be an artist to make one. Mandalas are ancient designs. They symbolize the universe. And mandalas usually feature a set of concentric circles with different designs and shapes in each layer. It's not like orbits around the sun or layers of something organic. And you can incorporate things that mean something to you, symbols, colors, animals, into a mandala, and use that as a focus for your meditation. You can represent where you feel you are at this point, or what are your values, what's important to you, or just colors that do something for you in a mandala, and use that as a focus for meditation. It relieves stress. It helps with reflection and insight. And these have been used as tools for therapists and spiritual people for a very long time. And it's just a pleasure, really. And to create one yourself, it has all that much more meaning for you. And like I say, you don't have to be an artist. You can just use lines, colors, and enjoy yourself. So, and when you're done, nobody has to judge you. You can just wad it up and throw it away if you want to, and then create another one another day when you feel like a different color, a different design, or have some other inspiration, or want to focus your energy in a different way. So you can pause this YouTube right now and gather the materials you need, and then I'll give you some instruction about how to do it in a very simple way. A lot of people use to color them. You use colored pencils. They can make fine lines. You can just do a black and white one if you want. Use charcoals, pastels. If you have a box of crayons or a few crayons, fine, that works. So it's very flexible. So right now, while I show you how to do one though, go ahead, get yourself a piece of paper or card and grab a pen, pencil, and then restart this YouTube, and I'll give you the instructions about how to go about doing this. Okay, if you've got your materials, paper, something to draw with. If you have a straight edge, you can even use another piece of paper that could be useful. And something to draw circles with. Now, if you don't have a compass, you can just use some bowls, coasters of different sizes, circular objects, a lid. Lids are great for things, different size, collect some different size lids. And those can be your template for making a nice circle. So if you have that together, grab your pen, grab your paper, and to start with, we're going to make your outer circle. And I've drawn this one already. I actually used a sieve, a round sieve or drainer in the kitchen to make my circle. I found something about the size of my paper and I traced around it. So that is the outside of my mandala. And to make the other circles, go about maybe an inch in, or actually, I'm sorry, let's change that. We're going to start from the center. Use a ruler and draw with a pencil, maybe. Draw a very, very faint line across and down to make your center. So I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It's very faint. Find your center of your circle and then draw around an object, because the center of your circle is going to be your main focus. And that's where you're going to put a symbol of something that really means a lot to you. It could be a yin and yang symbol. It could be a heart. It could be just another circle, a star, a sun, a flower, you name it. Something that means something to you. And we're going to just go out, make our circles maybe an inch out, do another circle. Go back so you can see what I'm doing. Trace around. Use your compass, or I'm using a coaster for this one. I'm doing it quickly. And I did not do it evenly. So when you do it, you're going to want to do it in a more even way. It's hard for me to do it looking down like this and getting it just right. You might want to make your outer circle a little wider than the others. And I'd like to give thanks to a particular website that has wonderful tips on making your own mandalas. And it is called Mandalas for the Soul. So thanks to that website, and you can Google and find that, hopefully. Mandalas for the Soul. So this is what we have so far, some concentric circles. This one's a little bit off. That second one should be a little bit further down. But nobody's going to judge you. It's the intent that matters. And for the center, with something that means something to you, I've been getting a lot of joy lately from the butterflies flying around my garden. To me, they symbolize freedom. They're relaxing to watch. The colors are so beautiful. So my focus is going to be a butterfly this time, and you can draw an animal that is meaning a lot to you at the moment, or a symbol. I'm doing this probably very badly. And then later on, you can use your creative energy to color in the center to make a nice focus. So that is your inner focus of the circle. And the next ring, find a pattern, a design, suns, very, very symbolic, a circle design. Circles can represent eternity, and they're very simple. You could do series of circles or whatever you like around the edge. Mine are very organic looking, but once they're colored in or shaded in, if you just want to use black and white, do shadings in a different way, it'll look pretty. Triangles, flowers, leaves. I love nature. My next section, I'm going to make leaf shapes. All around the edge. And if I color these in a green, it'll look nice. And it doesn't matter if they aren't exactly the same. You get the idea. For the outer designs, the outer layers, you can use hearts. Doesn't matter what you do. Or some self-compassion. Or love for the world. And it's nice to fill in with just designs. You know, you can make wave shapes, curves. You don't have to even have anything representational, you know, like leaves or hearts. You could simply do lines, wave shapes, fill them in with triangles, and have fun coloring them. You name it. But the idea is to have something meaningful to focus on as you meditate on it, and even just trying to decide what you put in every layer. And then later on, the colors you choose. Are you going to choose warm colors, cool colors because it's a hot day? I need blues, greens to cool down. You know, it will mean something to you and focus you in a very personal way, more than using one that you have, say, found elsewhere at random. If you find one elsewhere that draws you and means something to you, that is wonderful as well. You're using your creative energy to focus on something that is meaningful. So sometimes people use just 2 colors for coloring a mandala. You can use more. It doesn't matter, but the idea is the intent and the meaning for you. So it's a great timeless focus for your meditation. You could make one every day and use your creativity that way and see what just sort of pops out of you and what draws you on that day. It also makes you look at the world a little bit more. I'm looking out the window right now. I see a hollyhock blooming. It makes me want to do a hollyhock design on a layer. And I saw a hummingbird last night, and it was just so beautiful. It drew me for some reason. I after I drew the butterfly, I thought, oh, next time I'd want to put a hummingbird in the center. So anyway, I hope you have fun drawing your mandala, using the designs to bring out your creativity. Mandalas for the Soul, as I said, is a wonderful website that will walk you through this process, and also tells you much more about using mandalas in a creative way. So with that, we are going to leave you this time. Hope in the meantime, before we see you next time, we'll see you using your creative energy. We have a quote for you about creativity. The best use of imagination is creativity. The worst use of imagination is anxiety. So put your anxiety, put your imagination to work in a creative way. Don't use it in imagining things that probably won't happen or that will happen quite differently. And that wonderful quote is by Deepak Chopra. So with that, we'll say goodbye. We'll thank you again for your support. Thanks to Images of Hope El Dorado for their support. Jennifer and I both send you all our love. Have a relaxing month until we see you next time on Tranquil Journeys. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves and relax. Bye-bye.